Alright, let's break down this PBQ. So the user reports no website access. What's your first step to get a baseline of the local machine's configuration? Alright, that would be ipconfig. Good, so we run it, and what are the key takeaways from the output? So I see an IPv4 address, 192.168.1.120, and a default gateway, 192.168.1.1. What this tells us is that the machine has a valid IP from the DHCP server. Alright, now that we have the gateway address, the next logical connectivity test is to ping the gateway. Alright, let's go ahead and ping the gateway. Let's see. Alright, so we're seeing that we're getting successful replies. That will tell us that the local connectivity to the router is fine. What this tells us about our local area network is that the problem is beyond the router. So our next step for our external connectivity is to ping google.com. So let's go ahead and ping google.com. There we go. Alright, the output is telling us that the ping request could not find the host, google.com. And this is a very specific failure. What does this imply? What does could not find host imply versus request is timed out? That tells us that it's a name resolution failure. So it's pointing to the failure within the DNS. So let's go ahead. So now we have a theory that the DNS is causing the issue. We just need to prove that we can reach the internet, just can't resolve the names. So we're going to go ahead and ping 8.8.8.8. And what is this going to do? Well, 8.8.8.8 is Google's public IP address. If we're able to reach this and not google.com, that tells us that the problem is within the DNS server. So let's go ahead and ping it. Alright, we're getting successful replies from 8.8.8.8. Alright, so with ipconfig, we confirm the local IP, subnet, and the gateway. We pinged the gateway, which was 192.168.1.1, and we confirmed that the local network, which is the router, was able to connect correctly. So now we pinged a public website, the google.com. It failed on name resolution, but once we pinged google.com's public IP address, it succeeded, and that confirms that the external IP connectivity. When we pinged 8.8.8.8, which is Google's public IP address, it confirming external IP connectivity. So the final diagnosis of this PBQ is that the machine has internet access, but DNS is failing to resolve domain names. Alright, so that's PBQ1 done. And I did want to add a little caveat. Most Windows command line PBQs will allow you to type the help command, and it'll list a whole list of commands down here. But the thing is, you will not be using every single command. Like, let's take a look at directory. For example, this will list all the files in the current directory. Will we need to use this for a network-related command line issue? No. So just keep that in mind. And yep, happy studying. Alright, and I just wanted to add a little post note. If you guys did want to use this practice PBQ little website that I made, I'll make it available. I think I was going to do every 2 PBQs, I would release them as a dual. So just check the description of my videos, and I'll definitely link it when I feel like it's ready to be released. So yeah.